Okay, we are back in the campaign of Gor-Rok. Hopefully things have stabilized with all of CA's updates and patches and hotfixes and drama and everything else going on with the Lizardmen. Hopefully things have stabilized enough that we can continue now with this campaign. Also apologize a little bit if I sound a little bit congested. I have been dealing with a little bit of a cold here in the last few days. Not a big deal, but it probably is affecting how I sound. Anyway, let's talk about the Legend of Gor-Rok. We're facing what is maybe my toughest challenge of the campaign, which is remembering what the heck I was doing the last time I recorded an episode of this. So I seem to remember being threatened here by Skrulk. Okay, so let's talk about the Legend of Gor-Rok. Gor-Rok has, of course, come out of this area of the jungle. We have conquered as far south as Oixel. So we have declared war on and taken the capital of Skrulk. We have also gone to war now with Luther Harkon over here. He has invaded us with several armies. We were able to successfully push him back. We did have a hero here get wounded, so we've lost visibility, unfortunately, on this area. It's going to, I presume, disappear next turn. We have we've defended this this city right here, but unfortunately we don't have walls built or anything, so it's really not in great shape to defend itself. So I'm sure in another few turns we're going to have to worry about another invasion by Luther Harkon. We did originally begin this campaign with a couple of public order mods that were a little bit overly punishing, used on legendary difficulty, so we have changed the public order mod that we're using. We're now using the more Sensical public order. By the way, full mod list in the description, of course. And so now we are kind of recovering. You can see our public order is just still in really, really bad shape, but it's believe it or not, is not as bad as it was back when we were using the other mods. So the main thing to keep in mind here with the more Sensical public order is it is not self-correcting, which means it can spiral out of control. You kind of have to actively get your public order back under control. And since we have not done that yet up here, I'm very much concerned about constant rebellions up here in these provinces. We, as I mentioned, have invaded Skrulk down here. I'm very concerned about Skulltaker up there. He's definitely going to be a real problem for us, but we're not actively at war with him. So what we got to do is we've got to take care of Skrulk first. And on that note, we are about ready to launch this battle right here. The Sentinel of Time should be not too difficult for Gor-Rok to win this battle. We're not going to occupy the Sentinel of Time. We're going to turn around. We're going to sack it, and we're going to turn around and race back up in this direction, try to deal with Skrulk himself. Can't see everything that's in his army, but we know it's going to be pretty strong, considering, yeah, he's roughly as strong as we are, and most of his strength is going to be in his own army, I'm pretty sure. But there is a possibility maybe that, let's actually go ahead and see here how close he might be to wanting peace. Nope, not at all. Okay, so it's very unlikely that we're going to be able to peace out with him anytime soon, so we need to defeat his main army in a battle if we want to basically be able to turn around and focus on the other threats rather than having our main army down here in Skrulkland. So that's what we're going to begin with here. The other thing I have to mention, of course, is our money situation is extremely dire. We can only afford a few more turns before we're going to have to start disbanding armies at this point, unless we keep fighting battles that gain us enough money to sustain it. But it's really long-term, very unsustainable. But okay, anyway, that's all the build-up. Let's go ahead and now just go ahead and jump into our first battle here. It should be a decisive victory. Let's go ahead and take a look at the battle map here. Nothing particularly special. They have a few missile units. We have a few missile units. I'll probably just fight them in the open. There's certainly nothing here that our Saurus warriors can't handle. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, start deployment. Now, we do know they're going to have some menace belows that they're going to use on us. I don't want to be going uphill against them, so we'll go ahead and just set up here. Put the main army up here. Put maybe the shields on either side. It really doesn't matter where our shields are, actually, now that I think about it, because they don't have any large units. I'll just leave you right there since I'm going to have trouble redrawing you. And you, hello game, can I please draw? Yeah, it's not really helping me out very much here in terms of drawing my forces. This is kind of an ugly map. It's obviously that rock right there, but there we go. It's the best I can do. Okay, let's go ahead and get, obviously, Gor-Rok here in front. And we'll get Lord Croak back here behind him. Let's go ahead and protect the two of you. I am worried about the menace belows. So we're just going to keep any vulnerable units like the skinks close to everybody else. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's just have everybody move forward at this point. Gor-Rok. I could wait for the menace belows first. Or we could just go ahead and send Gor-Rok in. I think it'll be more fun if we just go ahead and send him straight in. Straight towards the middle of the enemy line there. I just need to stay zoomed back here a little bit so I can see the menace belows when they pop up. There we go. Redrawing my lines. I wasn't happy with how they were drawn. There we go. There's the menace belows. Everybody here on them. You too. Okay, that didn't take very long. Croak, keep coming forward here. There's going to be another one. Alright, Lord is under attack. Once he starts taking damage, we can heal him with our Revivification Crystal here. But for now, what we want to do is we want to get Lord Croak using his special abilities here. Okay, you two can stop. Actually, you know what? What are they doing? They're, for a second, like they were coming back. Okay, there we go. Did a lot of damage right there, and here we go. There's another menace below right there on Croak. That's fine. That won't last long. Croak actually took a little damage here, though. I should probably be a little bit more careful with him. Look at Gor-Rok. Just keep doing your thing, man. Okay. Let's go ahead and use our Saurus Warriors, like so, I suppose. Get you moving forward here as well. Alright. Gor-Rok, you're doing just fine. Croak, let's go ahead and do a lot more of this. Wherever they are. This looks pretty good right there. Wherever they're standing still is a good place to hit them. Keep pressing forward over here. You two can take them out. We're taking out their left flank right there. Okay, don't even really need to use my Revivification Crystals, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do another blast right here. And just for kicks, we'll do another one right here. And that should probably just about do it, I would think. Right here, everybody's running away. Over here, there we go. They're all pretty well wiped out there. Let's go ahead and take out those Slingers. Victory. Okay, like I said, pretty easy. No reason to keep fighting. Alright, got a little bit of money out of it. Got some decent experience out of it. We're going to get a little bit more when we sack it here. But what we really need to do... Yeah, we'll sack it. What we really need to do is we need to win a field battle against Skrulk himself. We need to defeat Skrulk's main army. Let's go ahead and give Lord Croak another level. Why not? Becalming cogitation here. It's okay. But the main thing is it gets us closer to Arcane Convergence. I don't really feel the need to prioritize that. Let's just take a look at what our other choices here. Roiling Skies. Speed and melee defense for everybody who is flying. That's not really particularly relevant right now. I think maybe we'll take about Exorcism here. Triggers when casting spell. This is everybody gets the leadership buff. Not really super important for the Lizardmen. Passive ability Shield of Sapphire. Everybody gets 10% damage resistance for 9 seconds whenever we cast a spell. Could be pretty useful, actually. I kind of like that, but it's hard to turn down Greater Arcane Conduit, so I'm going to take that right now. Okay. This is just amazing how powerful they made Lord Croak at the beginning of the campaign. I assume it's deliberate, but... Wow, he's strong. Okay. And we're going to race up this way. And we actually don't even have to do any replenishing. We got, despite the fact that we did take a few casualties, we got it back when we did the sacking, apparently. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens here with Oixel. Is Skrulk going to attack? Because we're not close enough with Gor-Rok to help Oixel defend itself. It is a size 11 garrison. We do now have a size 3 army here helping to defend it. That would be an interesting fight, and we could very easily lose it if Skrulk, if his army is stronger than I think it is, or if he has a second army floating around, which could obviously be a real problem. Also, you know, we're in March Stand, so we're very vulnerable right now to being ambushed by the Skaven, but I really cannot imagine him being strong enough to ambush Gor-Rok's army, which is a mainly melee army anyway. I think that we would defeat anything that he could ambush us with. Alright, so that brings us back then to Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson is currently stopping public order from going completely off the rails in whichever province he's in, but he can't be everywhere. That's the issue. We lost this up here. We do want to try to take that back. I think maybe what we do... I think we put maximum pressure on Skrulk by threatening his main army here, but also coming up here and threatening Jodel. What that means is over here... There's just nothing I can do to help out over here. I can't really afford to recruit like another emergency army. We're just going to have to hope that for a few more turns that Luther Harkon shows some forbearance, that the public order doesn't get any worse, and we have 5 turns to get back up here to deal with the rebellion is basically what it comes down to. Okay. Oh boy, yeah. I don't want to have to disband or demolish this building. I could do it and replace it with walls. But no, I hate to do that. Alright, like I said, we're going to come up here then. Homer Simpson could definitely benefit from some channeling. No, I can't put him in channeling stance and still provide the public order benefit, so we're going to raise him up here. Let's see. We don't have any heroes over here, and I don't think we can recruit anymore. Nope. Nowhere can we recruit a hero. That's unfortunate. It really sucks to have lost this one over here, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to have to just go blind against Jodel over here. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not going to recruit anymore. We really cannot afford it. This is going to be kind of interesting to see what he does right here. Okay. All right. I think we're ready then. Let's check our diplomacy out and then do an in turn. Quick deals. Join Confederate. No, we don't want to do that. And nobody wants peace with us. All right. Let's go ahead and do an in turn here. Okay, it looks like Skrulk ran away. Oh, he jumped over Wixel. That's what he did. I wonder if he's close enough for us to attack right there. I'm guessing he's close enough to attack, but he's going to retreat from our attack, and he'll be too far away then for us to hit a second time in the same turn. Faction destroyed, that's a concern. Faction destroyed, that's a concern. Faction destroyed, that's a concern. Okay, 3 of our neighbors have been destroyed. That means Skulltaker and Rikarth are probably going to be coming at us very, very soon. If we come up here with Gor-Rok, and then we make this attack right here, 37%. I don't know, we might be able to... We might be able to run him down. We're going to have to try. Alright, if I do this, regular stance, Gor-Rok cannot reach. On his own. So we're going to do this. He's going to retreat, I'm sure. Indeed. Stop, 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 stop. He's too far away. Knew it. Absolutely knew it. And we're going to have to come back and protect Quetzal unless for some reason I can reach. Nope. So annoying. Alright, well at least we can see everything he's got there. That army does not scare me. It's fairly strong. I mean, it's got some good units. But nothing that scares me too terribly much. I just wish we would have been able to fight him this turn. If I had left Homer Simpson in Quetzal, we would have been able to. Dagnabbit. Alright. Well, it is what it is. So what we're going to do with Gor-Rok... 100% where he is, even though we're quite close to Skrulk. I'm kind of hoping that's okay. And then we're going to take you. Where am I going to put you? I don't have anything that protects me for ambush defense chance plus 50% right there. Okay. I wonder... Okay, how do I want to do this exactly? We already know we need to move him back down into Quetzal. And then we want Skrulk to feel like it is a good idea to come back this way towards Oixel so that we can ambush him. I think what I'm going to need to do here, because I cannot afford to keep paying this much. Saurus, these Saurus, I'm going to move them into Gor-Rok's army and disband this army for now, because I just cannot afford it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Might be a mistake. I could try to play some games with having a third lord on the campaign map, but every turn that I'm not successfully engaging Skrulk in a battle, it's just so prohibitively expensive. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And we're going to disband. Okay. That saved us at least 500 per turn right there. It does make Gor-Rok's army a bit stronger here. Not that he really needs it, but doesn't hurt. And we just need to continue to focus on our cities. This is the core of our empire right here. Itza, Quetzal, Oixel, Axolotl, and Slanhuapek here. This is the core of our empire. I want to try to hang on to all of these, but in particular, the cities, the walled cities, are easier to defend. So I desperately want to hang on to those. And we need to be prepared. Let me just take a look at Skull Taker here and see... Skull Harvesters, this is going to be terrifying. We really need Bretonnia to keep him occupied for a while. I'm just not in any position to deal with him right now. Meanwhile, the public order here, we're still losing public order. That's the crazy thing. Even with Homer Simpson being in this city, we're still losing the public order. And he's not even raiding us. Wow, man, that is brutal. This public order stuff is just absolutely brutal. We're okay down here, but that's only because of the military crackdown happening. We're gonna, and we're not collecting any income. My goodness, yeah, we're just constantly gonna have public order issues in this campaign. This is really brutal playing this on legendary difficulty. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, it is what it is. Let's keep going here. So we have. Nothing to do diplomatically. Let's do another intern. Okay, there we go. Underway interception. That's exactly what we wanted. Pyrrhic victory, really. That surprises me. I feel like we're definitely in better shape than that. Okay. Gotta win this. Start deployment. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our front line. our second front line. Our back line. I'm actually going to turn them to face each other because this is where the Menace Belows are going to appear. Gor-Rok in front. Croak right here. Start battle. I'm actually going to wait for the Menace Belows to happen. I'm assuming that Skrulk's main army is not going to come towards us. We're going to have to go towards him, but that's fine. That just means that we can deal with the Menace Belows first. Should be any moment now. I'm now trying to think, which province are we in? This could possibly be a place where there aren't any Menace Belows. Alright. That's fine. Then we'll start moving forward here. I'll keep an eye on it, of course, but so far it appears that there's not going to be any Menace Belows. Did he have a Plague Claw Catapult? I don't think he did. No, I thought for a second I saw something coming towards me. It was paranoia is what I saw. Okay. Alright, let's keep it going. Gor-Rok, again, you go ahead and go up front now. Croak. And the Bastillodon. There we go, all the way back there, huh? Okay, just getting everybody walking except for our single entities. We'll let them take the lead. The longer that we keep going here, the more Winds of Magic power reserve we're getting here. So there's not really any rush other than I don't want the video to be too boring. But this is obviously a very major battle here. This is Gor-Rok versus Skrulk himself. Skrulk's strongest army. We need to win this. Turn the tide of the war. Okay, as we get closer here, let's just make sure we don't go inside his range. He can use magic on us if he wants to, but I don't want to be in range of his missile attacks just yet. He's adjusting, okay, that's fine. Alright, Gor-Rok, let's see here. Let's go ahead and run you straight up the middle. Straight towards those warp fire throwers is really, I think, what we need to do. I need to somehow get through into them. Let's get Lord Croak up here. The Bastillodon. Everybody's now got to run. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, all right, go ahead and charge into them. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do all of you in a locked control group. Go ahead and start charging forward. so. You and you over here. You and you over here. You and you over here. And you two over here as well. So maybe, okay. Gor-Rok's taking a lot of damage now. Definitely need to get a few spells off and a heal on Gor-Rok. Okay, that's one. Let's get another one here. Gor-Rok, you're doing great. Yes, you are. You're a good boy, Gor-Rok. Alright. Let's take care of business over there. Right here, we're taking some serious damage over here. He does have a couple of strong units, that's why. Let's go ahead and get another right here. Boom, that'll help a lot. Okay, and then another one over here. Looks like we're taking care of that business over there. Get on them. Right here, a couple of you help out right there. Okay, Gor-Rok, you're still doing fine. Croak, let's go ahead and help out maybe over here. Keep running them down over there. Okay, Gor-Rok, you've taken some serious damage now. We need to just keep healing you. We need to... A few of you need to run them down here, please. Okay. Skrulk is running away. I'd really like for Skrulk to not get away, if at all possible, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to do anything about it. Right here, what's going on? Let's get Croak helping out over here, maybe. Oh, we've got a fight going on right here. That's an assassin right there. All right, Skrulk's going to get away. But he's not really going to get away, obviously, because of the... this is an underway battle, which means everybody is gonna die from his army, or be wounded, or whatever. Come on, just in the off chance that we can do this. If there's anything we can do to stop Skrulk from getting away. Okay, this is good. This is promising. We've got him bogged down. He's taking some damage over here. What's he at? Okay, alright, looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and do another heal on Gor-Rok. I think we got him. There we go. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, let's check out how much damage Lord Croak does here. Almost 39,000 damage dealt. Bringing Lord Croak in early game battles, it's like bringing a machine gun to a knife fight. It's just insane how strong he is in the early game. Okay. Let's go ahead and I think we'll take the money. Money is the biggest issue for us right now. I'm just now noticing that we have a foreign trespasser, Rot Sword. This is a Skull Taker army. That's unfortunate. Skull Taker does terrify me. It would be interesting to get a nice, fun battle between Gor-Rok and Skulltaker. The problem is, I have too many enemies right now. I can't focus on Skulltaker. Alright, well, we wiped out quite a few of the characters that Lord Skrull had, so that's good. Defeated him himself. Control -5 in local enemy province, whatever. Immune to swamp attrition, that's somewhat useful. You'd think as Lizardmen we would already be immune to swamp attrition. Okay, attack minded, that's always good. Leadership when fighting against Skaven, that is likewise very good. Grievous is good. And we unlocked a Regiment of Renown. Children of the Gods. Lizardmen weapons. A great many of the brutal weapons of the Lizardmen are made from a material unique to Lustria. Harder than granite, the strange stone is known as obstinate, and it is a glossy jet black, sounds like obsidian. Although some obstinate quarried from the Watchatep swamp bears a tinted marble-like quality. Nice. Obstinate is more durable than steel, and it never rusts. Skink artisans often reinforce or decorate the stone armaments with bands of bronze or gold, sometimes inscribing upon them the glyphs of the old ones. Jagged spikes of metal or cruelly shaped pieces of jade are added to ensure the heavy, blunt weapons can punch through armor and cause maximum damage to flesh. Skink priests will often offer blessing over favored weapons, adding feathers or gemstones in order to attract the favor of Sotek or of the old ones. Okay. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and run through our world events there. I think got all that. Okay. Now, here's the first thing that I want to check is how does that impact Skrulk's overall strength? Really not all that much. I thought that was going to really put a dent in his overall strength, and it really has not. That's a concern. I was hoping to be able to withdraw Gor-Rok from this area down here to be able to focus on maybe taking Jodel back or possibly even coming up here to fight Luther Harkon or even Skulltaker, but okay, where's the trespassing army at? All the way up here. Alright, I'm going to ignore that for the time being. At this point, we need to be prepared to deal with the rebellion over here once it happens, instead of trying to stop it from happening. So what we're going to do is Homer Simpson is going to come out. He's going to go into channeling stance. He's going to come up here. And his job is going to be to deal with the rebellion up here when it happens in 4 turns, it looks like. Gor-Rok. You've now got Lightning Strike, okay. And you need to... I could come over here. I could come back down this way. We do still have Tehinawin down here. Tehinawin has... Okay, this is a really good sign. Tehinawin has come up here and taken Mangrove Coast. Or maybe this happened when he confederated with the Southern Sentinels. Okay. I'm assuming Tehinawin is still at war with Skrulk. Yes, he is. Okay, he's at war with everybody. Does that include... It does not include Rakarth yet. Have we met Rakarth? No. No, we have not. Okay, this is interesting. So despite the problems with the Lizardmen AI... Tehinawin does seem to be doing okay down here. If we allow Tehinawin to maybe take the rest of the Cholchan Plains here, That just this one settlement, and maybe also take the Sentinel of Time. I mean, we'd rather have that for ourselves, but the problem is time-consuming to go down there and do it. I think what we need to do, Oixel is still 3 turns away from growing. I can't leave it undefended. But I don't want to just sit around doing nothing with our strongest army. So what we're going to do, we're just going to have to hope that Skulltaker doesn't attack us yet. And we're going to go on the offensive here with Gor-Rok. If I go on the offensive up here, at least I'm in a position to defend Isa if Skulltaker does attack it. Maybe that's what I do. I'm 2 turns away from being able to reach Subatoon or the Sentinel of Time. I'm 3 turns away from Jodel. And of course, that's if I move in March stance, which is not necessarily a great idea. Moving in March stance into Skaven territory is pretty risky. But again, I just don't imagine that he's got any army that would dare ambush this army. And we only have a single unit that needs replenishing. I think I'm going to come down this way and clear. I'm going to take Subatoon and probably occupy it. And then come up here and take Jodel and occupy it. If Skulltaker allows me to, and if Skrulk allows me to. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go in. As much as I'd like to go in channeling stance, I think I need to go in March stance to be able to make sure I get there. If I go in regular stance, I'm just shy of being able to do it in 2 turns. So I need to go in March stance. And just accept that I'm not going to have any replenishment for 1 turn. That's okay. Alright, I can live with that. Oh, hello. There's an army right there. That's fine. If he wants to attack me, I'll be happy to take on that army. Meanwhile, nothing really going on there. Nothing going on here. I really, you know, I could start collecting income now. That's good. That'll cause the rebellion now to happen in 2 turns. Plus, we're now getting some money back. What about Oixel? At this point, if I do this, we're only getting 100 out of it. I don't think there's any value in doing that. Itza. Wow, this is so brutal. This public order. I think that maybe we just kind of ruined this campaign by my starting the campaign on legendary difficulty with the realistic public order mod. It kind of ruined the campaign for purposes of, I mean, it turned it into more of a survival campaign, which I like to do, but it's not what I intended to do as a campaign on the channel. Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe I ruined this campaign with this public order settings that we started out with. All right, well, anyway, we're going to keep going for now, at least. A few more minutes left in this episode. I'm very curious to see what Skrulk is going to do right here. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy out. Okay. Because, yeah, what I mean by ruined is we're just in a position where we constantly, for the foreseeable future, I can't really expand because I have to keep armies close enough to my own cities to fight off rebellions as they happen. And even though we're fighting off rebellions, we're not actually turning the public order around. We're not getting it back into the positives again. So, yeah, kind of a... You know, that happens sometimes when you experiment with different mods and different game settings and things. Sometimes you overtune, and that's what I did in this campaign. And it does look like Kur the Conqueror here is now raiding Itza, which is going to cause even more public order issues. Alright, well this is just silly on his part, but obviously we'll go ahead and destroy this army. Might be the last thing I do in this campaign, who knows. I'll see if anybody makes any comments about whether or not to keep going. Alright, just going to do more or less the same thing that we did last time, except I'm going to be even less careful. Let's just get everybody up here. We'll move as one great big block for now. We'll speed up. This should overall be a much easier battle than the previous one. I really thought I had moved Lord Croak up to the front, but apparently not. Okay, that's not exactly how I want to draw the army, but it's fine. Excuse me, as you can as you can tell, like I mentioned earlier, still kind of dealing with the last remnants of my cold. Alright, let's go ahead and get Gor-Rok charging forward. Croak behind him, and the Bastiladon behind him as well. I think I'll go ahead and put all of... Here, let's do this. Let's do... all of our melee units on 3, locked control group, and in a minute we'll charge them forward. You can be on 1 along with you two. Okay. And then right here, you all bring up the rear. Okay, 3s, go ahead and charge forward, but for now we want Gor-Rok to charge in first. Get Croak up here. Bastiladon. Should be alright right there, okay. Just plow right into them, that's fine. Croak, go ahead and take care of them. We'll let the melee units here and the Bastiladon take care of these clan rats. Let's go ahead and just keep... Okay, Gor-Rok. Let's go ahead and get Gor-Rok up there on Skrull. And Croak, you can go ahead and help out some of these other fights once they get bogged down right here, for example. Gor-Rok, oh, he did a little bit of damage to you. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Croak, go ahead and take care of them. and take care of these guys over here, I suppose. That's a real waste on a single unit over here. Over here, you can help out with this. Shouldn't take very long. Let's go ahead and throw a heal on Gor-Rok. Up and down the line. Looks like we're winning pretty much everywhere, as expected. A little surprised that those Skaven Slingers have lasted that long. It's kind of impressive, quite frankly. Let's just go ahead and now use our magic on this guy. Pretty wasteful use of these Deliverance of Itzas, but, you know, whatever. Alright, everybody take care of the enemy lord here. Wow, look at that. He just ran right through us. Really bad, CA, really bad. One little rat just ran through 1,000 lizards. Alright. It is what it is. Let's just finish him off here, if we can. May not be able to. Nope. Not going to. That's fine. End battle. Alright, well, pretty decent rewards out of it. But like I said, that might be the last battle of this campaign. We'll see, like I said, if anybody has anything to say about it. But I've definitely enjoyed playing Gor-Rok. I like the Lizardman changes that CA made, and I'm going to do another Gor-Rok campaign, or at least another Lizardman campaign sometime soon. I'm going to save it right here and leave it right here. That's interesting. Pyrrhic Victory. Really? They have almost no melee at all. All they have is artillery and ranged. Anyway, this is a fun campaign, except for how I completely screwed, like I should just say, overtuned the public order at the beginning of this campaign. So I can see myself playing another Gor-Rok campaign here in the very near future, possibly on the channel, possibly not. I don't know. We'll see whether or not people seem to want that. But I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in this one right here and say thanks everybody so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.